electrical code first required grounded three-prong receptacles in 1962. This was a significant change in electrical safety standards. Prior to 1962, two-prong receptacles were common, which did not provide a path for fault current to return to the source, increasing the risk of electric shock. A grounded three-prong receptacle, on the other hand, includes a ground connection that allows fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and interrupting the power supply, thus minimizing the risk of electrical shock. The introduction of grounded receptacles marked a substantial improvement in electrical safety and has become a standard practice in electrical installations. The grounded conductor, often referred to as the neutral, is intentionally connected to earth at the service entrance. This connection ensures that the electrical system has a reference point at 0 volts potential relative to the earth. The grounding conductor, on the other hand, provides a low impedance path for fault currents to flow back to the source. This low impedance path helps to quickly trip the overcurrent protective device, such as a circuit breaker, in the event of a ground fault. In a typical electrical system, the neutral conductor carries the return current under normal operating conditions, while the grounding conductor only carries current during a fault condition. The size of the grounding conductor is determined by the size of the ungrounded conductors in the circuit, as specified in the National Electrical Code, or NEC. The NEC provides tables and guidelines for selecting the appropriate grounding conductor size to ensure that it can safely carry the maximum potential fault current. It is important to note that the grounding conductor should be properly connected to the metal enclosure of electrical equipment and appliances to provide a path for fault current to flow back to the source. This connection should be made with a listed grounding connector or lug to ensure a reliable connection. The grounding system also includes grounding electrodes, which are typically metal rods or plates that are buried in the earth. These electrodes provide a connection to the earth, which helps to stabilize the voltage of the electrical system and provide a path for fault current to dissipate into the earth. The number and type of grounding electrodes required depend on the size and type of electrical system, as well as local soil conditions. The NEC provides specific requirements for grounding electrode systems to ensure that they are effective in providing a safe and reliable ground. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are another important safety device that are used in conjunction with grounded receptacles. GFCIs are designed to detect small imbalances in the current flowing through the ungrounded and grounded conductors. If an imbalance is detected, the GFCI will quickly trip the circuit, interrupting the power supply and preventing electric shock. GFCIs are typically required in areas where there is a high risk of electric shock, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. The introduction of grounded receptacles and GFCIs has significantly reduced the risk of electrical shock in homes and businesses. These safety devices provide a level of protection that was not available with older two-prong receptacles. It is important to ensure that all electrical receptacles are properly grounded and that GFCIs are installed in areas where they are required. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding and GFCI protection to ensure that electrical systems are safe and reliable. Over the years, the NEC has been updated and revised to reflect advancements in technology and improvements in safety practices. The requirements for grounding and GFCI protection have been continuously refined to provide the best possible protection against electric shock. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards that covers all aspects of electrical installations, from the service entrance to the individual branch circuits. It is important for electricians and other electrical professionals to be familiar with the NEC and to follow its requirements carefully. The NEC is updated every 3 years to reflect the latest changes in technology and safety practices. It is important to stay up to date with the latest version of the NEC to ensure that electrical installations are safe and compliant. The grounded three-prong receptacle is a fundamental safety feature in modern electrical systems. Its introduction in 1962 marked a significant step forward in electrical safety. By providing a path for fault current to flow back to the source, grounded receptacles help to prevent electric shock and protect people from electrical hazards. The NEC requirements for grounding and GFCI protection are essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems. Regular inspections and maintenance of electrical systems are important for identifying and correcting any potential hazards. This includes checking the grounding system to ensure that it is properly installed and connected. It also includes testing GFCIs to ensure that they are functioning properly. By following the NEC requirements and performing regular maintenance, it is possible to maintain a safe and reliable electrical system. The use of qualified electricians is essential for ensuring that electrical installations are performed correctly and safely. Qualified electricians have the training and experience necessary to properly install and maintain electrical systems. They are also familiar with the NEC requirements and can ensure that electrical installations are compliant with the code. When hiring an electrician, it is important to check their credentials and ensure that they are licensed and insured. This will help to protect you from liability in the event of an accident or injury. The grounded 3-prong receptacle is a simple but effective safety device that has saved countless lives. Its widespread adoption has made electrical systems safer and more reliable. The NEC requirements for grounding and GFCI protection are essential for ensuring the continued safety of electrical systems. It is important to be aware of the potential hazards associated with electricity and to take precautions to protect yourself and others from electric shock. This includes avoiding contact with exposed electrical wires and using electrical equipment and appliances safely. It also includes following the NEC requirements for grounding and GFCI protection. By taking these precautions, it is possible to minimize the risk of electrical shock and maintain a safe and reliable electrical system. The 1962 code cycle was a turning point in electrical safety, mandating grounded receptacles and paving the way for safer electrical systems. The evolution of electrical codes continues, with ongoing refinements aimed at minimizing risks and maximizing safety for everyone. Understanding the history and evolution of these codes is key to ensuring electrical safety in homes and businesses alike. The implementation of grounded 3-prong receptacles in 1962 was not simply an arbitrary decision, it was a response to growing concerns about electrical safety and the increasing prevalence of electrical appliances in homes and businesses. Prior to 1962, many homes were wired with 2-prong receptacles, which offered no grounding protection. This meant that if a fault occurred in an appliance, such as a short circuit, the metal casing of the appliance could become energized, posing a serious shock hazard. The introduction of grounded receptacles provided a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and energizing the appliance. This simple change significantly reduced the risk of electric shock and saved countless lives. The 1962 code change also required that all new electrical installations include a grounding system which consisted of a grounding electrode, such as a ground rod or a metal water pipe, connected to the electrical panel. This grounding system provided a reference point for the electrical system and helped to stabilize the voltage, further reducing the risk of electric shock. The adoption of grounded receptacles and grounding systems was a major step forward in electrical safety, and it paved the way for further advancements in electrical safety technology. Over the years, the NEC has been updated and revised numerous times to reflect advancements in technology and improvements in safety practices. These updates have included requirements for ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, arc fault circuit interrupters, or RFCIs, and other safety devices. The NEC is a living document that is constantly evolving to keep pace with the changing electrical landscape. It is important for electricians and other electrical professionals to stay up to date with the latest version of the NEC to ensure that they are providing the safest possible electrical installations. The 1962 code change was a watershed moment in electrical safety history. It marked the beginning of a new era of electrical safety, and it has had a profound impact on the way electrical systems are designed and installed. The legacy of the 1962 code change continues to this day, and it will continue to shape the future of electrical safety for years to come. Now let's delve into some specific details about the grounded 3-prong receptacle and its function within an electrical system. Firstly, the 3 prongs are specifically designed for distinct purposes. One prong is the hot or ungrounded conductor, which carries the electrical current from the power source to the appliance. Secondly, Another prong is the neutral or grounded conductor, which provides a return path for the current back to the source. Thirdly, the final prong is the ground conductor, which is connected to the grounding system and provides a path for fault current in the event of a short circuit or other fault condition. The ground conductor is typically connected to the metal casing of the appliance so that if a fault occurs, the current will flow through the ground conductor back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse. The shape and size of the prongs are also standardized to prevent accidental insertion of a plug into the wrong receptacle. The ground prong is typically longer than the other prongs so that it makes contact first when the plug is inserted into the receptacle. This ensures that the appliance is grounded before the hot and neutral conductors are connected, further reducing the risk of electric shock. The NEC specifies the requirements for the installation of grounded receptacles, including the type of wiring that must be used, the size of the grounding conductor, and the location of the receptacle. The NEC also requires that all grounded receptacles be tested after installation to ensure that they are properly grounded. This testing is typically performed with a receptacle tester, which is a simple device that plugs into the receptacle and indicates whether the receptacle is properly wired and grounded. If the receptacle is not properly grounded, the tester will indicate a fault, and the electrician must correct the problem before the receptacle can be used. The proper installation and maintenance of grounded receptacles is essential for ensuring the safety of electrical systems. Grounded receptacles provide a critical safety feature that can prevent electric shock and save lives. By following the NEC requirements and using qualified electricians, it is possible to maintain a safe and reliable electrical system. The introduction of grounded receptacles in 1962 was a significant advancement in electrical safety. They remain a cornerstone of modern electrical systems. The grounding system's effectiveness relies on a low impedance path back to the source. The lower the impedance, the higher the fault current, and the quicker the overcurrent protection device will react. High impedance grounding systems are used in some industrial applications to limit fault current, but that is a more complex subject outside the scope of basic residential wiring. Improper grounding can be more dangerous than no grounding at all. A faulty ground can energize the equipment chassis, creating a shock hazard. Regular testing and inspection are crucial to ensure the integrity of the grounding system. Now let's discuss some common misconceptions about grounding. One common misconception is that the ground wire carries current during normal operation. This is incorrect. The ground wire only carries current during a fault condition. Another misconception is that all electrical equipment is grounded. While most appliances with metal enclosures are grounded, some double-insulated appliances do not require grounding. These appliances have a two-prong plug and are designed with 2 layers of insulation to protect against electric shock. A third misconception is that a GFCI replaces the need for grounding. While GFCIs provide excellent protection against electric shock, they do not replace the need for grounding. GFCIs detect imbalances in current flow and trip the circuit, but they do not provide a path for fault current to flow back to the source. Grounding is still necessary to protect against certain types of faults and to ensure the proper operation of some electrical equipment. It's important to understand the difference between grounded and grounding. Grounded refers to the intentional connection of the neutral conductor to earth at the service entrance. Grounding refers to the connection of equipment enclosures and other metal parts to the grounding system. Both grounded and grounding are essential for electrical safety, but they serve different purposes. The size of the grounding conductor is determined by NEC Table 250.122. This table specifies the minimum size of the grounding conductor based on the size of the ungrounded conductors in the circuit. The grounding conductor must be large enough to safely carry the maximum potential fault current. The grounding electrode system is also subject to specific requirements in the NEC. The NEC requires that all electrical systems have a grounding electrode system that consists of 1 or more grounding electrodes. The grounding electrodes must be installed in accordance with the NEC requirements to ensure that they provide an effective connection to earth. Common types of grounding electrodes include ground rods, metal water pipes, and concrete encased electrodes. The selection of the appropriate grounding electrode depends on the soil conditions and the size of the electrical system. Grounding is a critical aspect of electrical safety, and it is essential to follow the NEC requirements to ensure that electrical systems are properly grounded. Improper grounding can lead to electric shock, fire, and other hazards. By understanding the principles of grounding and following the NEC requirements, it is possible to maintain a safe and reliable electrical system. The adoption of grounded three-prong receptacles in 1962 was a major milestone in electrical safety. It continues to protect people from electric shock,